did want you and you tried ever put me second. You're just another groupie to me. No, I'm out here single and I need some real. Now I got standards, give a fuck how you feel. I'm out here single, tell me what's the deal. Now I got standards, give a fuck how you feel. No broke boys, no new friends. 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 I'm not pressure, give me my tens. Ain't no lie, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know keep paid. Look so good, makes no sense. Badass bitch with my badass friends. No broke boys, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know keep paid. No broke boys, no new friends. 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 I'm not pressure, give me my tens. Ain't no lie, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know keep paid. Look so good, makes no sense. Badass bitch with my badass friends. No broke boys, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know keep paid. No broke boys, no new friends. 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 I'm not pressure, give me my tens. Ain't no lie, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know keep paid. Look so good, makes no sense. Badass bitch with my badass friends. No broke boys, ain't no shade. Fuck on me, then you know keep paid.
Oh, great. Here we go. Let's get this over with. Do I want to know what he's wearing? Oh, he's not even wearing anything big. Nice. Let's go. The stream is starting off well.
What do you mean by getting this over with?
What do you think I mean by getting this over with? Like, what?
You know what's funny is I wore this shirt deliberately because I thought in my head, I'm gonna wear this because it's gonna give him comfort. It's gonna give him a bit of ease that maybe I'm not gonna make him have to pay up for what he said. By the way, some of my best work on the "you were playing video games, not watching the game" one.
The worst part
Because
was
I know
was
you have
watching
your
the game.
content work. I know. And I know you have to do your streaming obligations. And I was like, this one's gonna hit like crack when I drop it on you. And I dropped it back against the wall. I mean, back against the wall after a bad game. Dropped that and it just ailed me out hard.
Dude. I'm so happy we won that game because had we lost it, I would have been sulking in that for days because it's like, motherfucker,
Oh, yeah.
I've got it on in front of me, watching
Yep.
it while doing this, and you're in my fucking ear this entire time, chirping. I'm like, God damn, dude, come on, I can't catch a fucking break.
Yep. I know. I want to come in here and I want to ride you guys, but at the same time I can't because we're at the point where now I have to start propping you up as a good win.
Yeah.
Like, we've gotten so deep in that I'm also like I'm not gonna lie, like you're still worried until it's over.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
especially
I
with how
get
close
to
the series has
everybody.
been. Yeah.
Yeah, to everybody, it's one of those like, oh, it's over. Just enjoy your time, it's over. It's like, nah, bro, nothing's safe. Nothing's ever safe.
No, especially with how some of the leads have been blown so far this
Yeah.
Jesus, this series. I mean, you guys blew game 3, we blew game 1. Like, anything is possible down the stretch. And at this point, like, if you're the Knicks, you know, I'm personally expecting us to win this game tomorrow. I think like this should be like a we play like with backs against the wall. There's going to be a level of
Yeah.
intensity that I'm expecting that we wouldn't have had otherwise. The big problem for me is going to be Game 6. I think Game 6 in Indiana is going to be a problem. But like
Yeah.
I like we got to knock off the first stone first. We got to 1 foot, 1 step at a time. But if we can just get to that Game 6, then I'll actually like panic. For now, it's just despair. But like that will be like panic.
Yeah. I mean, next game is going to be interesting too because for some reason we just level up on the road.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but we get unconscious on the road. And I know it's annoying for everyone because like we've been the lesser seed now for like this is our second round of it.
Yep.
And people are like, okay, at least we're going home. But then they go, we're going home. And they start like going, oh no, because for some reason we show up in other people's arenas and just go, we're going to go unconscious from 3 and you're not going to stop us.
That's like that's my biggest problem with us right now is like we are playing this 2 ball, drive it to the lane, try and get a foul in the bucket with it. And by all means, like we've
Yeah.
cleaned up. If we would have made some fucking free throws in the first game, we would have won that. But dear God, we couldn't for the life of us. And glad we got it cleaned up. But like you guys are still draining threes from the perimeter every time you need
Yeah.
them. We have not been able to consistently make threes this series for whatever reason.
Yeah. And I mean that was the thing I tried telling people is we have like not just we're deep, which people are like, oh, you guys are so deep, you have like 9 dude rotation. I was more trying to warn people, no, we have like 7 dudes who can actually drop 30.
Yeah.
Like there's a real possibility one of them can drop 30, and 2 of them we know can drop 30 in Siakam and Halliburton. But the other 5, like between Neesmith, Nemhard, Matherin, I would say Toppin, and Turner, one of them can get to 25 pretty realistically a night.
They can, but the biggest thing for us that I've weirdly liked, I like when Brunson's not on the floor as of late. Now, granted, that comes at
Your
the expense
defense
of like
steps up.
it comes at the expense of
Yeah.
Halliburton not being on the floor. Like every time that Brunson's off, Halliburton's off. It's like the two of them are rarely off the court at the same time. So like it's hard to tell how much of that is like the offense playing better around Cat and
Mhm.
everybody transitioning better on defense versus Halliburton just being an absolute fucking menace on the court. So like I can't distinguish between the two, but as of right now, every time that it's a Cat led offense without Brunson there, we go on like 9-10
Yeah.
runs every time.
And Halliburton, if he's not out there, our offense stagnates a lot. Unless Matherin does what he did last night.
Yeah.
Where he just solo carries the bad times.
Yep.
That's what is killing me is everyone now realizing, oh, this is like why they're in love with Halliburton's game, but it doesn't pop out on a stat sheet. Like
No,
this
you
was his
need a
first
series.
game that pops out. Yeah.
You need a series for stuff like this to reassure people that like when you're playing the same team over and over again and you're consistently beating them in the way that you guys are, it proves a point. Versus whenever you're in the regular season, you beat like somebody like the Knicks in the regular season, then you go and play a shitter, and it's like, okay, well, we can discount the 3 shitters that you played. Like, that's not indicative.
Yep. Now they're all seeing that. Like I know he's starting to enter superstardom. He's still just a star, but he's at least a solidified star now, which is nice. Like
What
we have
do
a
you
guy.
think has to happen for him to be a solidified superstar? Do you have to win it all?
I think you have to make finals first, at least. Like superstardom, you have to be a finalist, I feel like. And then on top of it, I think you should win one, or you're just so entertaining, like everybody know whose you are.
Yeah.
Or who you are. Like I don't know if I think he has the entertainment, and that's actually what's pushing him into borderline superstar area or emerging one, is that he's entertaining. He needs to start getting the competitive accolades, which 2 ECFs in a row is really good. It's nothing like bad, but he still needs to finish off. I mean, especially because he's an indie player. I think a championship would really put him there.
Yeah.
Because Shea needs the same thing. I think SGA is still a borderline superstar. Some people want to say he is, but until I see him actually getting MVP changes a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
Never mind. Him getting
Yeah,
an MVP
he's got
changes
the
a lot.
second you get an MVP, you're automatically like entered. You get an auto bid into that conversation, even if you don't have the
Yeah.
results.
He just needs the finals, which it looks like he's about to get
What's
because
the score of that game? I haven't checked.
they're down like 30.
Jesus
The
Christ,
Wolves.
30?
Yeah, it might be 20, and I'm way over exaggerating, but it's a lot. It's a lot to a little. No, it's 30.
Jesus. It's only the second.
I mean, that's a dude who the Wolves need to accept he is not in his prime yet.
Yeah.
Edwards,
Yep.
he's just not there yet. Dude probably needs 2 more years. I don't know what you guys do though. You guys have like a good team. I really don't know what else you could possibly add to that team.
I mean, look, sometimes you're a good team in the wrong generation.
Yeah,
Like that, imagine like it's not like there weren't good
yeah,
teams in the
that's
same
been us.
era as the Heat and as the Golden State Warriors. There were, but like you get
Yeah,
overshadowed by just these uh, like sometimes like you enter that point and you guys have been disrespected as one of those teams that's kind of in that era. Boston, I think, is already there, but the fact that obviously that
yeah, they're now already out of it, which is crazy.
well, I don't know if they're already out of it. It sucks that like their guy is gone for the next
Well, their
year or two.
other guys are all like 34ish to 38.
Yeah.
Their other 3 start, well, depends what lineup they run. Derek White isn't that old, but well, he's not as old as those dudes. I'm pretty sure Derek White's like 20 or 30 something.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what Boston does. I mean, a year wasted of those two. They have to get rid of KP, Al Horford, and Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that's if
I
anybody
think this
really
year
wants
you
to take.
shop. I think you start prep. If
Yeah.
I'm GM, I start prepping for 2027. Realistically, like I don't think you have
Yeah,
enough to
Derek
make it through
White's
the East.
30. So, and he's going to be 31 by the time Tatum comes back.
If you're smart, you go young next year. If you're Boston, like I'm not saying you
Yeah.
clean house entirely, but like you need to start testing out young guys that you can see can play around him when he gets back. And
Mhm.
start prepping for 2027 to make a move or to like have a team that you can build from there. Because like
Yeah.
like you said, next year is a wasted year, and every player knows it too. Especially if those guys are getting up there in age. Like you're at that point like 1-2 year deals.
Yep.
So like
Yep.
they're looking at this like, do I have to be here? Like I don't when they come back, they don't know
Yeah.
if it's gonna work. So why not just go somewhere else and like try and
And that's a scary place to be, though, because while they're trying to figure all that out, the Knicks and the Pacers are just building time, like gel wise.
yeah.
They're figuring it out because we've been here. This is our first time being the dudes who get to be the guys that make everybody else go, what pieces do we need to knock these other people out? Now we're finally the team that gets to be the one that makes people go find the pieces. But
You guys are
I
young
mean,
though, aren't you?
Siakam. Oh, we're super young. That's a problem for everybody. Halliburton's 25, bro.
Well, I know he's young. I was wondering how deep, like, the further you go, is it still in
Oh
20s?
yeah, Nemhard is younger than Halliburton, and I don't remember Neesmith's age. He's pretty young too.
Neeson looks young.
I can look.
He looks
He's
like,
25.
oh god, yeah. You guys are
Halliburton's 25.
so
Matherin's 23.
you guys are locked for the next 5 years. As long as nobody takes the. I mean,
Yeah.
there are going to be some players that take the money, obviously, and go elsewhere. But
Nemhard's 25. What is Matherin? Matherin is 22. My bad. Yeah, we just have dudes who are all young, and then Siakam is 30, and he's just doing his thing. And Turner, we're probably gonna have to figure out how we want to replace Turner soon.
yeah,
Like Turner's gonna be our problem because he's so good at the things he does, but also like I don't know, he ain't worth 30 mil a year. That seems like something the Lakers do. They pay him like 30 mil a year, and then they go, "How is this happening? He can't rebound." And we're like, bro, he's never been able to rebound a day in his life. There's a reason, like, people were like, you guys were so mean to him. And it was like, no, we begged him to rebound the ball for 6 years. And then we got a point guard who just does it for him. Like, that's not our. We were begging him to do something. Oh, and Obi Toppin's like 27.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a lot of dudes who are young. But I mean, you never know. The money's going to be a problem. And I mean, the Celtics, they could figure out something at some point. I mean, they're going to be just in a pickle, man.
Yeah.
So are the Bucks. I feel like the Bucks and the Celtics are going to be those two teams who they got a good championship and then they just unfortunately ran into the Knicks and the Pacers being in like a really good spot.
Yep.
And I don't really know anybody else who can make a run because I don't think the Hornets are going to get good enough anytime soon. LaMelo Ball plays terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible winning basketball. He plays great basketball to just watch for fun. Trae Young isn't like they just need so much down there and they're cursed for whatever reason.
I
Oh,
need to get
the Cavs could be a problem too.
I need to get myself a Knicks jersey this offseason. Not this offseason. I take that back. I want to go to a game at MSG and buy the jersey there. Because I've been to Knicks games, but the only one that I went to was Knicks Lakers, the game that LeBron got he was supposed to play, but he he got why am I not thinking of the verbiage? He wasn't allowed to play. NBA blocked him.
He got suspended.
Yeah, he got suspended for a game because they like fought the day prior.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he wasn't able to play. So that was the main reason why we bought the tickets, but we went anyways.
Yeah.
And I need to get myself a jersey. I'm not sure who to get. I kind of like the zestiness of Karl Anthony Towns. I ain't gonna cap. I love it. The zesty memes. I'm here for them. Like I've loved every minute of it.
He plays some weird ball. I mean, I get it works sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, bro, how's that going in? But then you'll see him on defense, bro, and like his world is just falling apart. It's so crazy to watch you guys because Hart, Bridges, and Anunoby are great defenders.
Yep.
But then like Towns and Brunson are so just okay at it that you're like, how does this function? Like, why are we but it makes sense. We're the only team that really made it look bad. Because, like, people want to say the Knicks defense is just bad because of those two. It's their fault. And it's just so bad. And I'm like, bro, we are the #1 rated offense.
Yeah.
Like, by stats in the league. Like, if anybody's going to make you look bad, it's us. That's what we do. The Cavs had the top, like, one of the top defenses in the league all year. And then, like, I get they had some injuries too, but we went out there and just started cooking them and giving it to them every night. Like, there's not a lot you can do. The Bucks are supposed to have a good defense.
Yep.
And they didn't even have Damian Lillard in, who usually is the one that we pick. We pick on in the regular season, and we couldn't. It's like, this is just how it happens. That's why I think Thunder and Pacers actually, like, people want to mock. That's going to be good ball.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nuts. I mean, they're deep, they're young, they're in the same boat we are. They have the door wide open for the next 5 years. Like, this is their chance, and it's our chance. Like, this is low key one of those things that you look at, and with ages and where the money is for these two teams, like, this could be a Warriors Cavs. Like, the next 2 to 3 years is just them two playing each other over and over again, like, type of thing. Just because of the fact they're both so deep, have so many guys, and their contracts are all perfectly lined up.
Yep.
For that kind of thing. And draft picks. We both have stupid draft capital for no reason.
Knicks are locked in for next year as well, so we've at least got 2 years straight.
Yeah.
And then after it, you got Brunson, Anunoby, and Towns all locked in through minimum 2026, 2027 with options afterwards.
Yeah, who is it?
Anunoby
The
afterwards.
Pistons will be a tough out next year, I think.
Yep.
Because they looked tough for you guys this year, and they didn't even have Jaden Ivey. With Ivy, their offense opens a lot better.
Yeah.
They're going to be a problem for both of us. I mean, it is nice though, the Knicks and the Pacers. I could see us playing a lot for the next few years.
I
This could
also,
be a common occurrence.
to transition just the league a little bit, I love that I love that I just Googled New York Knicks payroll and immediately
Mhm.
it's so nice how this is set up. And like I can see the
Oh
exact
yeah.
salary, the options, everything. Like first and foremost,
Yep.
thank you. All right. You are part of the reason why I'm paying way more fucking attention to NBA basketball this year than ever
Just because
before.
I love it. Yeah.
I've always loved college ball. College ball has always been my
Yep.
thing, like managing transfer portals, like that. Watching Florida Gator basketball growing up has always been like a pleasure. And granted, we got
Yep.
blessed in like 2 early years, so that's always kind of been my thing. NBA never really was, but last year I started getting into it. This year I feel like playoffs have like it feels like my journey in the NBA kind of is mirroring like 2016 me starting to watch Worlds. 2017 I would watch the playoffs for TSM and Worlds. And then
Yep.
2018 is the year I kind of dive into it fully. I'm feeling that arc with the NBA in myself right now. Where like I know next year, like I'm all like because I know payroll numbers and everything else now, like it's automatically in the back of my mind, and
Yep.
I can just see next year is going to be interesting.
It's dude, the money in the league is also just so fun to watch. Like we finally, because we're doing so well, we've never broken the tax ever.
Yeah,
The whole existence of the Pacers, and Herb Simon just went, "We're balling." And we're breaking the tax this year. Like it's been like Shams. It also helps in the NBA that we have a Shams. Like I know, like I feel like Shams doesn't have to fight the way Sheep does. You
yeah,
know, Sheep has to like beg for things, and then the league will come out and literally try to say, "No, he's wrong. We're doing fine financially. Actually, he's an idiot." And but in the NBA, they're just like, "Nah, Shams, like." Tell him everything down to the most minute detail, so
yep,
you get to sit there and be like he goes on Pat's show in our practice facility on Pat's show. Shams is going, the Pacers are breaking the bank, lock it in, and you see Pat go, we're doing this, we're going on a run, and like you don't get that in the league. You don't have a guy like who represents a city that's never broke the bank go, wait, we're actually doing that? And an NBA insider go, yeah, no, you're breaking the bank. It's time. And everyone's like, uh-oh. That just like really changes the energy. Like all of a sudden every game from here on out is huge. Like now you're like, bro, the farther this team goes, the more money he's willing to blow on this because he wants to see us win.
yeah,
And he's like, he openly is apparently stating like, yeah, I was reading some of the deeper ones, and one of the articles mentioned that he's entering, like, it's kind of sad, but he's entering that, like, end of life cycle. He's like an 80-year-old dude.
yeah,
And he was like, screw it. I got nothing else to spend my money on. I've spent it on everything I can. This is what I want to see happen.
Yep.
And I was like, bro, that's so sick to just, and the fact that gets leaked, so nice. And I mean, having Pat, I mean, you guys are
Yeah.
so
Oh.
lucky, ESPN, bro. Having Pat and Stephen A right now go through this series, like that's crazy work. Did you see his promo?
Yeah, I saw his promo that he cut midway through the series. We've got Spike Lee, we've got Ben Stiller, and we've got Timothy Chalamet. Let's
Everyone
send
goes,
their asses back to New York. And I love
said,
that he
"Ears
added
ringing."
with ruptured ear or like something like where they can't hear clearly.
They said,
Meaning
let's send them home. Ears ringing. Let's send these sons of bitches home. And then Ben Stiller was like, that was a little far. After the game, he said that was a little far. And I was like, come on, man.
No,
like,
and
you guys
Timothy
were
apparently
chanting
loved
F
it.
you Reggie last year.
Timmy
I
loved
know
it.
Timothy loved it. Spike Lee loved it too. He said after it, did you hear him today talking about it?
Yeah, he said that
He
he
said
looked over and he saw
Spike Lee's smiling.
Timothy Chalamet, like right as he grabs the mic, cracks the biggest smile, knowing
Yup.
that it's coming.
Knows what's coming. Spike Lee smiles while they're all booing him, and Pat cuts his thing. He's like, okay, that's good entertainment. And then you got Like Ben Starr's like, come on, man, like, come on. But I mean, I think he gets it though, and
No,
it
he
helps
does.
that Timmy's there walking him through it.
Yeah.
Like Chalamet's being like, bro, this is his job. Like he's a WWE guy. It's gonna be a little more gross, you know. It's gonna be a bit more crude,
Yep.
but this is what Indiana is right now. Like we've fully embraced Pat, and this team, like the basketball team, actually works with him.
Yep.
Like I will say, Pat is a kind of a front runner type dude. He likes to be a part of a winning place, so he thrives a lot better when you're winning.
Yeah.
And he makes it sound a lot better when you're winning. And right now we just happen to be winning. So it works. And it helps Hallie is like in love with wrestling and so is
Yeah.
Brunson.
So is Bronson. Yeah.
So it makes it work because they all have a legitimate relationship. Like he knows he can do that because Brunson probably laughs, Hallie laughs, and they all move on. And then they see each other at the end of the year.
Speaking of moving on, do you see the news that
Oh,
broke in
man.
the last hour?
For what?
Disguised announced. Well, they didn't announce, but their ADC got
Oh,
leaked.
yeah. Rahel?
Yep.
Is he like good? I don't remember him being crazy.
He was good his first split and then kind of fell off pretty quick after that.
Okay.
And is he better than Scary Jerry? Yes. Bluntly
Okay.
put, yes. Does Scary Jerry have a better future? Maybe. I don't know. But nobody's really saying who the mid lane pick is right now. It has to be a domestic player because you have Rahel and Castle in top. So it's gotta be like Jensen, fucking Toasty Alex. Like it's gotta be somebody in mid. I don't know who, but it's gotta be
He's
somebody.
young, so that's good.
Rahel?
Yeah, he's 21.
I mean, the question though is whether he's enough to keep them in the league.
Yeah, I don't know, bro, because I didn't. He's the SK guy. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought he was BDS. They have ice. Wrong guy. But nah, I don't remember him being crazy
Because
on
the
SK.
the squad that they're probably going to go up against as of right now, it's one of two groups. It's either going to be Luminosity, who is Fake God, Tomio, Insanity, Tactical Zazel,
Okay.
or Dragonsteel, who's it's zero or Dark Zero Dragonsteel. It's Maryville University. That's what it is.
Okay.
And they've got two rosters that play under them that can play in the NACL at any given time because they needed one roster that could go and play in the collegiate championships while another team plays in the NACL. And when Pulse
Oh.
blew up, they signed the entire Pulse roster and were like, hey, fill in for us whenever it's time. But Pulse is like one of those great rosters on paper. So they had Zamudo, who's apparently like the top lane guy that everybody's looking forward
Yeah.
to seeing. Tenacity. They had Yuji. Yuji's obviously gone now. They have Kyra, Shimmer. I'm not sure who their junglers are. Like those don't ring a bell. Spyrax and Toasty Alex. Sahid and
Okay.
Spawn bot lane. And Zyko and Cryogen support. Cryogen being Vietnamese. They've got 10 players that they can pull from to mix and match and make the perfect roster if they want. I think Disguised is fucked.
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, as long as it's not to it's so weird though because like when I look at this guy's roster,
it'll be Zamudo for top lane 100%.
Yeah, because if Fate God, well, it depends. If the Fate God roster wins, that changes whether or not I think Disguised is screwed or not. Because Fate God cannot play against actual top laners.
No, he'll get
and if
crushed
this guy
by Castle.
if this guy can't get beyond him, then the Zamudo dude, if he's not good enough to beat Fate God, who is the ultimate, gatekeeper of whether or not you're good or not, then yeah, it's cooked. But if they get past him, then that's I would be very nervous if I was this guy. Already they are. I mean, you don't start replacing people unless you are, and they should be. I mean, it sounds like they Maryville's kind of cooking.
I mean, and top
Down there.
look, top lane's the only one that I look at. I don't know which of these squads I want to face up against them. I think it's going to be interesting to watch no matter what. But like looking at Luminosity, like Tomio and XU are pretty much on the same level in my opinion. Like that's an even matchup. Insanity versus what would have been Abadage. I don't know who they're going to go with now, but like I have faith that Insanity could do it. We've seen him play at a decently high pro level if he's hot on the day. Tactical, we know can be good. Like we've seen that, and Tactical is apparently smurfing down in NACL. So like he's set to be good. Zazel versus Huhi? Yeah, Zazel will be fine. Like Disguise.
That's fine,
Oh boy.
They're
And
in a
I
pickle.
mean, even then, I'd like to see Maryville University. I'd like to see Dragonsteel make it. I like them challenging.
Yeah.
I think would be great for everybody.
It would be fun. I mean, it would be incredibly fun.
How would that work though?
That's crazy down there.
How would that work though? Like they're all on scholarship with Maryville right now. Are you still a
I mean,
Maryville
you
University?
just
If they
move
go
on.
up to the pros, are they still a Maryville University team? What happens there?
I have no idea, to be honest. I would assume they have to rebrand.
But like, they're assumedly no longer students at that point. They can't be. You can't be a student and be a player in the LTA.
Yeah, they have a long time to figure that out, though, don't they?
They do. It'd be a brilliant.
Well,
move?
not really.
No.
It's not that long.
No, because their school year will start
With admissions, yeah.
Yeah, your school year starts like before.
Yikes. Admissions, at least. Admissions has to be done, so that's really awkward. I don't know what you do there.
Here, okay. Big brain David, because I was just talking to Cloud and Martin about this. We went on for 3 hours, by the way.
I saw when I looked, I was like, dude, you guys have been talking for a while.
3 hours.
Because I tried to listen to the beginning while I made dinner, but then Nelly reared her ugly head, so that stopped that. She's not been happy.
Really?
No.
Why?
I couldn't tell you. She's just decided that she will only smile if she is being held by her mom or like this. Like, so you have to hold her like this.
Oh.
And then every few seconds she lets you know that she's now angry that you're holding her like this unless you shake her a little bit, or rock her. And then you rock her for a little, then she goes back to chilling out, and I was like, well, it's going to be hard to watch you guys and deal with a angry every 5 seconds baby, so I turned on music so I could actually just chill.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Because I wanted to hear all the deep dive, but I have a 2.5 hour drive tomorrow. So
I'm curious. I won't say much of what we talked about, but there is one portion that I do need to preface with, like this section when talking about Darksteel, is like Marn said he really wants to see the LTA go online next year.
Oh.
If it guarantees 3 road shows, he wants to see us go online.
Okay.
I agree with him. I also think if you go online, that's how you can make sure that Maryville University is still able to be a part of the university while in the league.
Interesting.
Their scrims would be interesting, though, because they're not in LA, so you're not playing on tournament realm, which creates a very interesting situation for sure. And maybe if you go online, maybe teams start moving out to like Chicago and like, things start moving away from LA, other than like when you want to like go out for road shows and do things like that. But that would allow them to at least remain students, because they could go to class and like do everything that they want on like their schedule. They wouldn't be able to do 2 blocks in the traditional sense because they'd have class, unless they arrange it so like all their classes are in the morning.
Yeah.
But even then, like, there's a complexity of like, do you want to be doing classes while trying to work towards this massive thing? Like you're going to international events.
I don't think you could do both.
I don't think you
think
could
it would
either.
be I think it would be way too hard. You just have to pick one. Which, I mean, they have the amount of dudes that they can do that.
It just creates a complexity with like program structure.
Because this is Dark Zero, right? They're the Maryville
Yeah.
roster, essentially.
Maybe you keep.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they.
Maybe you like make. I don't know how you do that. That's gonna be a very complex. I don't know. We'll worry about it when it gets there. But like, it's gonna be an
No, I
interesting
mean, yeah, we'll
situation.
just see how they do it. We'll hear how they do it and go, okay, that's how you do it.
Yep.
I mean, that would be it. But I, more than anything, do you think Luminosity keeps that roster if they make it?
I mean, you kind of have to.
I feel
no?
like they just dump it.
The roster.
Yeah, who from that roster would you keep? We've seen all of them aren't good enough for the big leagues. If you want to win, if you're cool with fifth at best, let it run, I guess. If you know that you will never lose to the under league and you'll always keep that money bonus, like I guess that's good enough.
I mean, this is where promotion relegation gets interesting, right? Because it's
True.
like in an ideal world, you'd want Dark Zero Dragonsteel to do it because you have people like Spyrax and Toasty and Zahid and Zamudo to build around, where you eventually bring in some veterans to bring them up. But
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes a difference at all. I don't quite. I don't know. It's a really interesting question.
I mean, yeah, it's very confusing because it's like, what? Well, I guess it's not like incredibly confusing, but it's like, do you really want if you're Luminosity that roster? I feel like you don't. If you're Dark Zero or Dragonsteel, yeah, that's fine. See what you got,
Yeah.
I don't feel like you want to do that if you're Luminosity though.
I don't have a good answer for you at all. And the worst part is like this split doesn't technically make a difference. You can win you can win NICL this split, but you don't qualify for anything from this.
Oh, so it's the next split anyways?
Yeah, you win money. That you do, which by all means I'm not discounting the money. You win 60k or you win 16k if you win this.
Per player?
No.
Oh. Okay.
No, you get you get what, 20, I don't know, a little over $2,000.
We literally
or,
just
like, 30
did
grand.
the Ocean's 13 bit.
What?
When well, I can't remember. I think it's Brad Pitt looks at George Clooney and goes, he's like, okay, we need to pay the Mexican what is it, Dice Factory off so that they'll go back to work. And he's like, it's gonna cost $5 million or something weird. He says a big, or no, it's like $100,000. It's something like that, a small number. But then George Clooney goes, like for them in the movie, it's a small number. But he goes, we need $100,000, and George Clooney goes, okay, $100,000 per person is blah 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 blah. So they're spitting out the math, and Brad Pitt goes, no, it was $100,000 for the whole factory. They don't make anything, bro. Like he says, we need to pay their full year's salary in this and to get them to work, and then he goes, yeah, it's just $100,000, bro. It's not $100,000 per dude. And George Clooney just goes, oh, and you already sent the money? And he goes, yeah. That's what I just did to you. I'm like, oh, 60K per player? And you're like, no, I mean, I wish. And I'm like, oh.
There's a scene like that in We're the Millers too, where
Really?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
where he's like,
yes.
dude, it's either 100 or what do you say, like it was some large amount of money, or somebody goes and sucks the cop's dick and like gets him off.
Yeah.
It's like he's literally about to do it, and then they realize he was saying pesos, and it's like, oh, it's like $20. There you go, hands him the 20. Can't believe you're gonna suck his dick, bro. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's crazy work, but it's so good. I mean, that's good. I'm happy for them they win money, but that's just wild, bro. The like amount we've fallen and what
I
is
don't
acceptable, I guess, prize pools.
I mean, I think that's a fine prize pool for tier 2, if we're being honest. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
The big thing you want out
I've
of tier
just
2 is the
forgotten it's
ability to
pretty
go
much
to
a
the pro
hobby
leagues.
now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
We're
it
we're
is by far a hobby.
yep. We're back in the old school days. Welcome, brother.
Yep.
Welcome back. Well, I mean, you were here before me in this space.
Yeah,
Call of Duty was
but
always like this.
it was.
You make your money by
I
playing in
mean,
2Ks and 5Ks on the weekends.
hmm,
They were literally called 2Ks and
no,
5Ks because they would give out 2,000 MLG points and 5,000 MLG points. Not even cash. The cash, I don't even think there was much cash on them at all. Maybe like,
oh really?
I think it might have been like a small amount of prize money added on, but
Oh,
that was about it.
yeah. The In the early days, bro, they were chucking around money like madmen. I mean, it wasn't a ton, but I mean, like prize pool money would go hard. You'd be like, dude, that's a lot, but it also sounded like a lot because I didn't know what money was, really, because I was still in high school, so I wasn't like sitting there. Like anything sounds good, in high
Yeah.
school. You're like, that's pretty good.
And they also made a lot of money from streaming, to be fair. Like they'd stream like
They
a
did,
1,000 people and you get a few subs from 1,000 people, like it's four or
yeah.
500 bucks. Guess what? That's your drinking money.
Yeah, and it can never get as bad as, I mean, back then when they were getting paid in mouse pads on Dig.
Yep.
That was hilarious. They were like, you can just get a bunch of mouse pads. At least dudes now get like a college degree out of it.
Yep.
That's a lot better. You have something tangible you can use in life.
Yep.
That's just nuts, though. I don't know. It's just weird watching League go this way. But I mean, that's part of it.
it's hard to go back to where we were, especially like we've seen the highest of highs. We've seen the multi millions of dollars come in. Fucking
Mhm.
Sword Art just retired and he bankrupted your entire org.
Yeah. When Sword Art happened, and everybody said this Sword Art deal's crazy. I was like, bro, this Sword Art deal is like $1 million less a year than Perks. It's nuts. Like at the time, they were shelling out big money for Perks, which brought them a title, so worth. But
What's it worth?
I mean, yeah, it's obviously not worth. But then even last year, it felt like we were still holding on to crazy deals with JoJo. Now
Well, but
that stuff's completely gone. There ain't nobody getting crazy money anymore. Everybody is getting standard money.
I wish I could Google everybody's salary right now and just
Oh, no, you don't.
yeah, I do.
You don't want to see them.
Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, I do. We're playing small money ball, baby.
Yep.
I want to know who's not on a 75K deal. Who's
Yep.
oh,
I
man.
mean, even now, it's kind of nuts. Like looking at these rosters, or last week, when you look at how it went. I mean, I would say it went. The only shocking thing for us is we didn't value Cloud9 high enough, probably,
No,
or I didn't.
neither did I.
Um, But you still like sit there, and I'm just like, dude, it's nuts that Sven, Vulcan, Blaver, and they do have two other young guys in Saint and Thanatos.
Loki
But
and
Sven,
Thanatos.
Vulcan, Blaver being the, Loki.
You pulled a
My bad.
you pulled a scene.
Yeah, my bad. Saint and Loki are the same thing, bruh. They're both mid laners that everybody thought would be good. Just one happened to be on Cloud9, an actual roster, so he's going to be the one that ends up doing well, if we're being honest.
Hey, I mean that's the one that C9 picked. Apparently, they picked him over Saint. So
No, yeah, they did. I know. But whichever one they picked was going to look better than the other, if we're being real.
yeah,
But the fact that Blabber, Sven, and Vulcan are still like a hard, what is it? Like the base, I guess, for a team in that building block. And then you still have Impact and Core JJ as a building block on another team. Like it's just making me crazy looking at these ages, bro.
I mean,
Like I'm like, some of these guys are gonna have to go soon, and I don't know who's replacing them.
as of
Because
right
when
now,
you
nobody.
tell me, like, I'm not watching tier 2 that much,
Neither am
and
I.
when you go, hey, Luminosity's running through them, and I just see a bunch of names that I'm like, no, he can't handle it, no, he can't handle it, no, he can't. Like, I'm just going, nope, 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 1 to 5. I'm like, bruh. Somebody got to step up. Like, one dude.
You would hope, or maybe it's
Yeah.
the doomsday answer of, we don't have an incoming class anymore, and that's
Yeah.
terrifying to think about, but it could be the truth. Maybe there is no
Yeah.
next generation of pros coming up, and we're just destined to ride it out with what we got, which is, oh God, that's so dark to think about.
I know.
It's so dark. Oh God.
Because the only team that's really young is FlyQuest. They're
100
probably
Thieves.
like, oh yeah, 100 Thieves, but I guess I should have worded it different. Young, and I like think they can
Grow.
go
beyond that,
crazy.
yeah.
Like the weird part about 100 Thieves in my brain is Quid's like the only one I'm like that's safe. And Ayla and FBI aren't young.
No.
Like Ayla's been trying for 3 or 4 years now. FBI has been around forever.
Yep.
River's literally about to have to go to the military. Really, the only two young guys you got at this point is Sniper and what is it? Sniper and Quid. And honestly, Sniper, I don't know. I don't know
Well,
about it.
well, we will see this playoffs run. Like
Yeah.
this is gonna this is a make or break playoffs for Sniper. It really is.
Yeah.
If he gets
It's-
bodied by Fudge
yeah.
this weekend, it's a problem. Like
It's a big problem.
It's a big problem.
Yeah, it's not good. And with honestly, with the whole ecosystem being driven on how you do now, it's standings driven, and we only get one MSI team. Like, does that money go to the whole league, or is that just the team?
What do you mean? The prize money?
Like, who goes to MSI and gets the extra money? The incentive, performance based.
Is there? Oh, yeah. That
I
gets.
thought that was a thing this year.
Yeah, no, it is. You're right. I forgot that they.
Yeah. So does that go to the whole region, or is that just whoever wins gets all
I'm
the money?
assuming it's by team. You would assume the stipend is divided like that.
Yeah. So
Oh,
now I'm
Knox
kind of
also made a good reminder. EWC as well.
Oh,
The
bro.
week after MSI.
Honestly, if you're a team, bro, this is gonna sound crazy, but if you're an NA player and you know the money ain't right anymore, I would turn down MSI to go to EWC and play for that money.
Well, I mean, you only get there if you qualify for MSI. So
I thought the second place team from NA goes to EWC, the first place team goes to MSI.
no, they both go to EWC, and
Oh, okay, they both can go?
yeah,
Okay, I thought we had some weird situation where you
no,
weren't allowed.
They both go.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if that's the situation,
Oh yeah, you turn down
Deuces, bro.
MSI to go to
yeah,
EWC
I
all
need
day.
this cash. But like, and actually, I hate to say this from a fan perspective, I'd be cheering harder for my team at EWC because I know what it means for the team.
Yep.
Like, that's more money. That's more like, screw your reputation, bro, and what matters to the legacy. The money matters to the legacy.
Yep.
Like, it just means more at this point because we don't have the cash spread.
No.
And I mean, honestly, like, Cloud9 looks way better than I thought they were. I really didn't put them up there like that.
I'll be
I
honest
thought
with
the
you
belt
though.
would be crazy.
Maybe this is me being a hater, okay? And I am a certified C9 hater, so like I get it.
You are.
I don't think C9 looked like insanely good this past weekend.
Okay.
I thought Impact and Core JJ were fucking running it down.
The core definitely was, yeah. An impact was.
And I saw people trying to sit here and validate, like, oh, Core didn't look that bad. Brother, were we watching the same shit? Like, I don't know what was happening, but like, I don't know. Like, you get, I don't know. I get the impression whenever I watch like LCK teams that win, it's like, dude, they just make the game fucking impossible for the other team. And like, you get this feeling that they did win it. Or if you claw yourself back from a deficit, it's not because somebody got really stupidly caught out, at least consistently, like it happens in NA.
Mm-hmm.
Versus when I watch it here, it's like, okay,
yeah,
Team Liquid has a smolder win con, and they're fighting every 3 minutes starting from 15 minutes on. Like, what?
Yep.
Why? And Impact's on a split push champion, and he's grouping.
Yep.
What? Huh? Huh?
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Like, there's
I
no
don't
way
know.
we're that bad. Like,
Well,
okay, there is a way because we're doing it. So, like,
yeah.
ugh.
I mean, all of this. Watching that, I was just like, man, those are two of the older dudes who need replaced as well. And I'm sitting here looking at my team, in Shopify, and I'm going, okay, like, we don't look. I mean, we looked okay. I shouldn't say we don't look good. We looked exactly what I expected. It was we try really hard, we look like we're about to break the hump, and then we just never get
Fail
there because our
spectacularly
mid
right at
lane
that 20-minute
is
mark. Yep.
yeah. And Palafox is just so bad that it hurts my soul. And it just doesn't work, even though he had a good Oriana game. I thought he tried really hard. And honestly, that was kind of just a team throw as the game went on. But I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, if Shopify does the whoop on you guys this week, which I get, we can trash talk, whatever. But if that happens, like, we're an older team too. Like, dude, that's dire straits territory because I don't think Dig's a write off at this point for me. I mean, Yuji's cool because he's young, so it makes me feel excited again. Like we got a guy who can go, and he's young. But to be honest, this weekend he didn't get to shine because, I mean, I agree with you. Like it looked like Core just was playing a different game.
Yeah.
In a bad way. And I mean, APA gets rode hard by
Oh, dude,
people.
I
Always gets rode hard, but that's good because he talks.
yep.
So it means he's always up there. But I just keep looking at all that, and I'm like, man, dude. I mean, the only team bringing in a young guy really is Fly.
Yeah.
Like a really young guy, it's FlyQuest bringing in a young top laner.
And it's gonna like when it comes time, it's gonna be like the sad thing. Inspired's still young. Inspired's only
He is.
Inspired's only like 23, 22, 23.
Yeah, he's super young.
He's so young. He's younger. Is he younger than APA?
He would be, yeah, if he's that young.
I need to see his exact.
Because APA is for sure 23 or 24.
So APA is 23, March 5th. Inspired is 23, January 24th. So Inspired is older by 3 months. But they have lived way fucking different lives in terms of like their. It's weird that like we'll consider like of that roster, assuming Gapgos comes in or Gapgos, whatever how you pronounce his name. And how old is Quad? Is Quad young?
Quad has been around LCK for a while. I can look up his age real quick so you can say your point.
Nah, I gotcha. But either way, like Quad's 22.
He's 22. That's not even old, bruh.
No, he's young.
What?
Yeah. So it's
Bro.
like when I'm looking at that, I'm looking at it and saying like, okay, the average age there is really FlyQuest is young as shit. Like
Yeah.
they're fine in this league for long. You got a very young Busio, you've got a very young Masu. I think Masu's really young, right? Why am I? Masu's definitely young. I know he's Masu's 20, and Busio I think is like 20 as well. Busio's 21.
Hey, bot lane's locked up.
Bot
pretty
lane,
much
your
for life
bot
if
lane
they
in
want
FlyQuest is set for a long period of time, as long as those two like each other and can play with each other for a long period of time. Like that squad's young. When Inspired's your oldest player, and like he's got 7 years just to catch up to Faker's age, bro, they're fucking fine. And then you look at TL, and you have like two players that
problem.
You got two players that are about like need to retire soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I mean that's crazy. Like, because Because, yeah, TL needs to retire soon, probably. I mean, you look over at C9, and I'm like, bro, they have a lot of dudes who might be going soon. Especially with the way C9 operates. I mean, they get rid of people for much less. And I'm just like, man, dude, but there's nobody really to replace these guys with.
No.
And we know none of them really can. I mean, for being real, other than FlyQuest, because they're so young, we can still kind of have hope and cope. But we know the C9 team, if we're
Ain't gonna
being
do
real,
international. Well,
is not going to do it internationally.
no.
Like, that's just if we're being real. They've gotten far before in different ways, and they've had some zany things happen, but that's been long gone, if we're being real. So you kind of, maybe we just move to this, like, we care about regional. This is for fun. And like you said, those road shows, move it online a bit and let people know, like, we make our finals a big deal here because we got to, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's a tough pill to swallow. I mean, look, I just hope we don't get beat by you guys this weekend. Like, I feel very confident. I feel like it's going to be a 3-0 for us over you guys this weekend. I think, like, the narrative for us bouncing back after we got upset the first time, we've had 2 weeks now to clean it up a bit. You guys are coming
Yep.
off of a fresh pounding. I think this should be a 3-0, which is going to
Yeah.
be tragic, by the way, because, like, everybody's counting on the 100 Thieves Shopify series to be the one that is not a 3-0. Otherwise, we still will not have had any best of 5 result that wasn't a 3-0 the entire year.
Yep. Yep.
Tragic.
Very. Ugh.
Oh, did I tell you Mark Z DM me on Saturday?
No. What about?
He remember last week how I said I was kind of happy that I didn't get to vote for All Pro, and maybe it's like a changing of the guards, quote unquote.
Yeah.
I got the vote for All Pro and MVP. Hey,
Well,
I said
there
if
goes
the
that.
opportunity came up, I'm not I'm
Yeah.
not going to say no to it.
There goes that wish. Good for you, though.
I'm not
That's
going to
so
say no to
good.
it. Period. Even if like there still is that awkward state of like, am I an influencer? Am I press? What am I here? But regardless, got to vote. Submit it, and everything gets revealed tomorrow in terms of
Nice.
All Pro, and then MVP will be like, I'm assuming 2 weeks after.
Nice.
But
Dude, it's also something that I don't think he meant for it to be a huge deal, and that's why he left in quiet. I wanted to mention on here was this has been more of me looking back to on League today because of learning very shockingly this morning from I think John mentioned it in one of the chats that Khan is pretty much done with League of Legends, it seems. And esports, if you hadn't heard that.
well, I didn't hear that it was done, so I reached out. I don't want to leak DMs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna leak his DM stuff. That's why I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I just reached out to him to make sure he's good. And like, okay, and he let me know that everything's fine.
yeah,
And he just needed to like take a step away from things for a bit. So like he's fine in general, but
yeah, good in life, and that's not what I'm meaning. Is like life is bad. Just more of realizing, like, yeah, we have hit, and this is why I've been talking about player ages. And like some of these guys are gonna have to go because it's starting to hit, man. That we are like at that age range where it's like, man, if esports is like in the downturn it is in NA, some of our buddies who have been, I mean, Khan was a huge contributor,
yeah.
I would say, to the subreddit of League of Legends as far as esports content goes. And a lot of people wouldn't know that. I didn't even know it till he told me one day he is CLG Wraith.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like crazy that he was that guy who was always posting content pretty much and stuff like that.
Yep.
But it's just one of those, it's like, dude, we really are in one of those times where it's like there's got to be just a new age they get, and I'm gonna have to see who they get because like watching people that have been big in it for a while or really into it and diehard fans, and now like if we're being real, I think that basically cuts I would say regular chatters in the esports channel. That cuts the Shopify fandom in half.
Yep.
Because now it's just me and whatever Cloud pops in.
Yep.
But now it's pretty much just me. So it's like, dang, bro. That's tough. And I know he's doing his thing and it makes sense. I mean, as life goes on, there are things that you just like don't have as much fun with, if we're being real, with esports being one of them. And it's like, dang, that really just like got me good today. I wasn't ready for that kind of thought. Like that idea just kind of shook me and I was like, dude, this is nuts. And I started thinking about teams. That's why I've been thinking about teams and all this. I'm like, dude, there's so much that's gonna happen. Like the day Core and Impact and Sven and Vulcan, all of them retire, is gonna be nuts. It's gonna be crazy.
It's not going to be
Like,
good.
no, that's so much talent and just the nervousness of it. And I mean, when you're losing people who've been around that long, it's just like, oh man. I mean, that's another person you got to replace, I guess, in people's heads, and that's a tough thing too right now. But it's also just like, dude, this is nuts where we're at in League. And I know that's dark again. And last week we said we'd quit the sad stuff, but it's so hard not
It's
to.
hard not to.
When somebody who like contributed a lot is kind of losing the fun in it, that I found sad, and I just cannot skip over.
No, I couldn't. It
Like, and I'm not trying to leak anything about what he thinks or life or anything. More just talking about that's crazy.
Yeah.
The thought of somebody we know that closely being like, yeah, I think I'm gonna take a break and see where life goes. I mean, that's just a nuts thing.
I don't blame him at all. But like,
No,
it's
no.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just in the privileged position of like I get to see fans in person consistently, and like people come and
Yeah.
go, and like these events happen. You kind of have to be like the through line. Like one of the things you realize as a creator in the space is that you watch more people come and go passively than you would think. Or like you see names that are like in comment sections and around, and then they disappear, and then they come back, and at some point say like, "Hey, yeah, met my wife, got a family, did all this stuff." Like they transitioned through, and like I'm in the
Yep.
position where I'm getting paid for this, so like it's different. Like there's a money aspect of it tied to me. I still genuinely love it and am passionate about it, but like I will admit, the NBA playoffs didn't hurt how I view esports necessarily, but like I guess hurt might be the best way of saying it. Like it didn't hurt me to the point where like I care about it less. But it just made me sad. Cause like I'm going to these
Yeah.
Knicks playoff watch parties and like I'm doing all these things that I want to see esports do. And it sucks because like it's not like I can be there or I can sit there and be like, yeah, well I want somebody to come in and do all this shit. It's like I am the one doing the things that like I'm also then going to when other people host them for the Knicks and stuff. And it's like we're nowhere close. We're nowhere close at all. And it's like I don't know what you do. I'm believing more and more that this will burn down in like 4 to 5 years, and maybe that allows like a new crop of people and talent to rise up.
Yeah.
But
Almost grassroots again.
yeah,
I mean, to the NBA, the one thing that crushed me today was listening to Cloud. At the beginning, I did hear that little bit, and Cloud and you are mentioning how this was something that was selling out MSG. This was something that was getting crazy viewership, breaking 500K in a regular season game. That's always highly touted, the El Clasico.
Yeah.
like 800, 600K viewed finals, like all these things that were big deals and huge events. And then him being like, and we just let it go. He's like, I don't know who you blame. Like, obviously, we all know who we want to blame. It's the Riot people who were running it because that's the obvious people in front of you. But we just could not capture it, and people say, oh well, it was just a natural regression, and you sat there and went, no, not a natural regression. I was like, no, I agree. And even Cloud is like, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a natural regression. Like, hearing people be like, yeah, they want to say it's a natural regression, but like, you come from the entertainment world where you can be like, no, this isn't how that works. Like, the NBA went through a natural regression in between I would say, LeBron and Curry kind of aging out into these new stars. And then, boom, what happens? Brunson and Halliburton just had the most watched Eastern Conference Finals game on Tuesday night
Yep.
on TNT since 2015.
Yep.
And guess what the 2015 one was? It was a Cavs, I think it was Celtics, they
Yeah.
said, or Raptors. It was one of those two Eastern Conference Finals match. And I'm sitting here just laughing, going, dude, literally Brunson and Halliburton, like, playing out of their mind has brought it full cycle back. They survived the dip very well. Like, they just held through the dip, and now they're fully back to people watching. And thank goodness they're getting off TNT and getting onto Peacock and NBC.
Yes.
And so that, because ESPN and ABC and NBC is going to get way more viewership
Yep.
than TNT can get, and it's going to help the numbers a lot. But it's just going to open it to more people. I mean, you put that stuff on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus and Peacock, you're going to get way more viewership. It's
Yep.
just how it is. Streaming is taking over. And I'm just sitting here chuckling because I'm like, somehow through all of that, the NBA didn't sit there and go, what do we do? We've become a Twitter league, which is the same problem League of Legends was having. It was a Reddit and Twitter league. Everybody would just get on Reddit and Twitter and talk about the games without even watching them, really. And they would watch the box score. And, well, really the KDAs. And I'm sitting here going, the NBA figured it out. They were like, hey, you should actually watch these stars we got, and started promoting them heavily on social media, being like, these are the new stars, and people kept around and it worked. And somehow League just, I don't know what even happened, bro. We went from 500 to 50. Like, and 50's honestly being nice. Some of these are looking like they're in the 40s.
Yeah.
Some days. And I don't know if they are. I can't prove that, but some of them look dark during regular season. I was like, this is nuts. Like, I mean, honestly, it was less than a football stadium of people watching online.
Yep.
For free, too. No deals. I mean, the NBA during the downtimes had TV deals.
Yep.
And they didn't sign any new TV deals. They waited. Very smart. They waited until they got back to their peak again, and they started really hitting those nice numbers. And then they looked at NBC and went, how much you got? And they went back to Turner and went, you gonna match that? And they went, nope. And they went, okay. They just went to NBC and took the deal. And it's like, bruh, what did we do during the peak? We talked about, we gotta keep it free. And we lived and died by, we gotta keep it free. And what happened? No promotion. Because honestly, is the Riot in-house team gonna promote as well? If we're being real, none of them had the experience, in my opinion, to be able to manage that. And none of them really do still. Like, to be able to get through this kind of promotion. When you let a network take care of it, the reason you do that isn't just because you're sitting here going, hey, we want the money from the network. You're letting the network literally prop up your whole being as a business and as a sports league. Like, the NBA isn't sitting here going, hey, bro, we're selling this to NBC, and we have ESPN, who's been our longtime partner, running with Pat and Stephen A right now, who I think you could credit with the reason, and it's not even on ESPN, this series, but you could credit those two with why this series is one of the most watched ones we've had since 2015, is because those two are going on every day, doing 3-4 hours on TV, promoting the NBA like psychos. And it's like that's why you let a network take it from you if you're Riot. Because they could have had somebody going on there and being like, bro, we paid all this money for it. We're going to promote it.
Yep.
We got to. But instead, we kept it free on Twitch. And Twitch don't promote. Twitch promotes, you know what they promote? Whatever's popular. Because that's how they make money.
Yeah, viewership always climbs to the top, and we are not popular right now.
Yep.
At all. And I will keep saying to Crawlcook's point, I think it's a good one that he mentions, like, I don't see League Esports going away. I don't. Like, it's we talk about, like, riding the dip. Esports, I think, will continue to dip. I really do. Especially, like, domestic esports are really going to dip. And it's going to continue to be that way. But, you know, esports has been around for almost 30 years now.
Yep.
Like, it's been around almost longer than most people have been alive. Kind of reminder to put bookmarks in. Yes, I'm keenly aware, given how long we talked about the Knicks this time, that I'm going to make sure I do the bookmarks. Don't worry.
Do I need to do that now
that?
again? I used to do that.
If you want to do it, you can. I didn't want to ask you to do it because I know you had the baby and everything else to worry about.
I think it also stopped because of the, what was it? The re-upload time took so long.
Yeah. And now I'm just keeping the
forgot
VOD
about that.
as is up there. So I'm not touching it.
Yeah, I could try to start doing that again.
If you want to, go right ahead.
Otherwise,
I'll do it tomorrow morning. Get it out there. But no, so I do think that League is the game that will ride the dip. I don't know if it'll be the game that, like, rides the surge on the next wave after this. That I don't know. But I know it will at least survive. In what capacity North America will survive, I don't know. It's really depressing to think about it from just like a NA LCS legacy point of view. But when you take a step back and you allow yourself to just think of it from the perspective of, okay, if the current thing does burn down and we go to like this international tour or like international circuit, Super League, whatever it might be, dude, that's fucking hype. That's hype as shit. Like, that's so insanely exciting to have like North American teams consistently playing against Korea. And it's just like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And like,
that would be cool.
Like, I cannot wait for that. And imagine like a tour, like you have one event a month, every month around the world, leading to like Worlds in November, and then you don't have anything in December. You just let that go. But then January on, you keep doing shit. Like, the future of esports is still very alive and well, even if it's not going to exist in the capacity that it exists right now. Eventually, we'll figure out this problem. As Crawlcook said, gaming continues to grow, and content, social media, everything else around that continues to grow. I have full faith that we will have something here for decades to come. What that will look like, I don't know, but we are in the beginning of that process where we just got to ride the fucking wave. You got to ride the dip and put in the work now. Because if you put in the work now during this dip, you'll be rewarded whenever it comes back up on the other side.
Yep. I mean, yeah. It's just one of those things where I'm watching it and I'm like, man, I don't know who's going to have to do it, though. Is it going to have to go third party?
Maybe.
Because I don't fully trust Riot to honestly fix it themselves. They just haven't proven able, really. Like, I don't know. I mean, honestly, an open circuit, like, high prize pool is the best type of content.
Yeah.
For gaming. That's what makes gaming fun, usually. With, like, qualifiers, you know, those high stakes qualifiers in each region. But that's too hard. Because Riot can't possibly do a roadshow type esport where they have to put stuff in person. And honestly, I don't even know how you do it now because LEC is not going to fold. LPL probably not going to fold. LCK is probably not going to fold. Like all of those leagues can't really fold, and LPL is getting too region driven to like just throw that away for them.
Yeah.
Unless you just make them, but some of them have their own stadiums. Like, are you just gonna not let them touch them forever at that point?
Yeah.
Like, you have to go use their stadiums.
Crawcook asked, and I think this is a good question. Would you watch a Super League, but every team, no matter where they are from, only has Koreans?
I mean,
I don't think that actually happens because that's not practical.
yeah,
There will
it
be
wouldn't.
players
I mean,
from different regions that eventually work their way into those systems and are good enough.
LEC players would keep working.
Yeah, and
Working in.
they would get better because they're playing against better competition consistently.
Yeah.
We saw that with the Overwatch League. Yes, the first few years it would 100% be majority Korean, but you'd see these American players and European players.
Also, there'd be a ton of
mostly.
Chinese players.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Although their gaming policies have kind of hurt their growth, I've heard. But
we would
I
eventually
mean-
have some Americans go through, and the North American orgs would
Yeah.
fight tooth and nail to get those American players like on their teams.
Yep. I mean, I would still watch. It never stopped me in the past with TSM.
Here
Like
would be my
when TSM was really good, they were a lot of.
if we go to a Super League, you better brand one of those teams as a New York team. I'm so say it's
Yeah.
like C9 FlyQuest TL, you better fucking brand one of those as a new like the Team Liquid New York. And we host watch parties and we do everything because you have no ties to any other region. I get you want to be like a global thing, whatever. Let us develop a hub here. Like let that become our city's team so that when you do come back here every year, we have a massive fandom to go off of that.
Yep. I mean, that would be what you would need.
Yeah.
And it would need to be consistent. It would need to be. I think the idea and the experiment of Los Angeles as the esports hub didn't work.
No.
They tried it really hard, but it didn't work. I know LPL is having issues. I wouldn't say it's viewership dip just due to Worlds. I mean, Worlds, yes, is in there, but also like that. I can't remember all the specifics of it, but the gaming ban they did for younger people in
Really hard.
China did seriously affect them. But it changes a lot. But you would have to try it in New York, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's just the LA did not work.
No.
And instead of like at any point admitting faults or just saying this isn't working, they stuck with it. I'll give it to them. They held their guns. But
and I can get for a Super League that's over in Korea, I can get people to show up to a bar in K-Town at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I promise you I can do that. Especially if it's like our C9 New York team versus, T1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're selling out that bar. Immediately. $5 a cover to get in. Shit, we're fine.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah, and I do understand LPL is downtrending, by the way. Yeah. But there's going to be Chinese players in that league. You're out of your mind if you think it's going to be 100% Koreans and no Chinese players.
Yep.
Like, I just don't believe that. There's 15 Chinese teams. Like, you're really telling me not one of those players, not at least 4 of those teams will be full Chinese rosters? I just don't buy it.
I agree. I'd say that was a positive note to
end it on.
Like that swung its way back up towards the end there.
Okay, that's fair. If you mean it that way.
Yeah.
Instead of Koreans, just Asians. Yeah, I mean
it's Asian Americans as well. So like
I will honestly watch that league. If it's LEC, LPL, and LCK.
Oh, dude, I'm watching every match. I'm watching, like, I'm not missing it. Period. Like, that's, dude. Oh, it would be so good. Oh, it'd be so good.
Yeah. If it's LPL, LEC, LCK, yeah, we're watching it. I mean, there will be NA teams. We'll watch those players.
Yep. We'll watch ourselves get
And
demolished.
honestly, it's like a lot are saying, it's probably better that they have to qualify and all these other things and work through it. That's not a bad thing. Let there be an America's qualifier and just call it what it is. Like, there's a qualifier. We send some teams, they play through. If you do bad enough, I guess, or if you do well enough, you get to stay in.
Yep.
Like, the qualifier just, I guess, meant nothing. I don't know how you'd do it. You'd figure it out, though. And you'd have to, I mean, but you'd have to really work that open circuit idea. It'd be a lot of work because you'd have to have the teams rotating somehow.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
don't
the
have the
best way
best
to do
answer to
that.
that.
I don't either. I'm sure though you could copy uh what is it? You could copy CS:GO, Rainbow Six, any of those how they do it.
Yeah.
Even LEC could fold if KC and IMCO have bad teams. I agree with that, but
Yeah,
luckily
but it
they
won't
don't.
happen. It won't. Like
They're
they have
they
too
I do
much
agree though.
popularity. Like MCOY and K
Right.
Corp are at the point where TSM and C9 were back in 2015, 2016. They have so
Yeah.
much pull that everybody and anybody will want to join their org purely because of the clout and popularity you can get for it.
And LEC has historically bent the knee to popular orgs.
Yep.
They like because if you think about it, at first when K-Core came in, they were doing everything in their mind to stop K-Core fans from getting in there, calling them annoying, calling KC annoying, doing all this stuff, like arguing with the organization consistently, and then KC was just like kept throwing money at things and having fans show up, and they eventually just went, well, we can't just like alienate this popular of a brand, especially when they all did the what was it? They quit buying tickets to the
Yep.
studio, and then like there was a really bad week, and they were like, okay, whatever, you guys can show up. Like they eventually bend the knee for money.
Yeah. I don't know. Either way, I just think esports is going to be around long term. And I have full
Oh
faith
yeah,
that this industry is going to exist for a long, long period of time.
yeah. It'll just come down to who gets to rebuild it, because at this point, it's at some point it's got to blow up.
Yeah.
Like NA League does at
Yeah.
least.
We're on that verge.
It's
And I'm just
yeah.
waiting eagerly to
It's
rise
honestly
from
one
the
of those
ashes.
rip off the band-aid, bro. Reset it and rip off the band-aid. Like I don't know if Tencent, I know they said they're looking to get rid of Riot, the Riot division. Like people
I don't
keep
know.
saying that. If that's true, I would love for it to be sold to one of these companies that owns a streaming service that would, I mean, not just yours because we can't say that, but any of them. like
Bro,
like
if League got bought by Disney,
oh, it goes so hard in the paint, bro.
I'm going to ESPN. I'm going to the ESPN floors. I'm going
Yeah.
to every executive's floor and being like, I'm printing out hand resumes, full suit, tie, everything. Taking the day
Yeah.
off work. I'm scheduling off Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'm still in the office both days. Okay. And I'm just
Yep.
passing out resumes, being like, hey, I talk about League of Legends. I do this. I'm very invested in the space. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk over lunch, whatever you want to do. Let's talk.
Yep.
Let me help you get involved. Let me please.
Oh yeah.
Can make
Dude,
work.
it would be beautiful. I mean, especially with just the access that there would be, because technically it would be in a paid platform, but it would be in a paid platform that like everybody owns.
Yep.
Like most people have some version of Hulu, D Plus, or ESPN Plus,
Yeah.
and most people also happen to have Prime if Amazon wanted it. Most people have Peacock, from what I've figured out. I did not know Peacock was that poppin', but everyone I've met I've realized has that, or Paramount, like any of CBS, NBC, Amazon, or Disney. Now, Amazon would be my last choice because Amazon's in a weird place. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
they're in a really weird spot. I don't really get Amazon. Like, I think they're starting to feel the not everybody shopping online perma on just Amazon Prime, and other stores are figuring out how to deliver items, and they're starting to feel that.
Yep.
But they've been a little weird with TV stuff, and I don't think they're the best at pulling it off well. I mean, the way they used Lord of the Rings was not optimal.
Nope.
So I don't really trust them, but I would trust the rest to figure it out.
Yep.
And I mean, legitimately, that's fine. And peaking at averaging. Is that which one is that? I don't know which league that is
I don't.
reference to.
I don't.
Is that CS:GO maybe?
Maybe. Oh yeah, probably CS:GO.
Okay.
Anyways,
I
or Dota.
yeah,
Probably.
I mean,
I don't know.
mainly if we're being real though, one of those companies buying it is going to be the best thing. If they can get their hands on just the esports side.
Yeah.
But I know Riot, just for some reason, bro, they think they can do both and run TV. And really all they've done is like blown a bunch of money on the TV side, which worked. But guess what they did for TV? They gave it to somebody else. And that does something good. You give it away. Get rid of it. And then what they do, they gave it to somebody else and then they chopped their legs off. And they went, hey, we can't afford 3 seasons. That sucks. Finish this up in one. One more. You get 2. So good luck. And they left. And that was after season 1.
And only got $3 million in episode 2 or a season. That's just wild.
Yeah, they didn't get much money from what I understand. They lost a ton.
Yep. But
So yeah,
all right, I am.
we'll see.
Oh, don't even talk to me about CS:GO stickers. Like, oh, that. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna be it for us here, folks. My wife's coming home soon, so I gotta end the
Nice.
stream. Any final words you want to get out there prior to our? We didn't talk about much of the matchups this weekend, but I don't really
Yes.
think there's much to talk about.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, to be honest, just take. I mean, we're perma C9 haters, so you already know how it is. FlyQuest 3.0. We already know what our opinions are.
They're not playing this weekend,
Well,
brother.
oh, FlyQuest C9 don't. You're right.
It's
Shoot.
only TL Dig
But
and 100 Thieves Shopify.
still, whatever. FlyQuest 3.0 C9. I was gonna go through them all. I was gonna say
All right.
perma C9 hater. So FlyQuest 3.0. You already know how we feel about Shopify and 100 Thieves. You know what both of us are gonna say, so that doesn't even need to be debated. And then, what is it? Come on, TL 3.0.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the easiest pick in my life.
If TL
But-
drops a game that series, I'm terrified for TL's future in this playoffs.
Yeah, TL's in trouble. Just want to make sure people know Pop's freed. It's going good, boys. See y'all in OKC. I mean, crazy talk coming from the guy who's gonna get swept by OKC. Doesn't matter. You won't even be there to get swept. So good for me. Sucks to be you. And I'm loving this stuff. And also, rest in peace, Muppets. Muppet 3D Vision closes this week at Disney World, and that gives me great sadness. My daughter will never see it in its real form, and that hurts my heart. And yes, I did stop and have a man moment when I heard that news months ago when they announced the closure of it, and my wife was shocked at how moved I can be by a Disney ride. But I'll miss you, Muppets. You were the greatest ride. Probably one of my favorite things to do in there.
Fig could go next if I had my choice, but that's
Figment?
neither here nor there. See y'all later.
No.
Have a good night.